Fort Jackson leaders are speaking out about the installation's lists of businesses and locations that are off limits to its members. We first told you about the list Tuesday night here on News 19 at 11. Tonight, installation leaders give the reasons behind why they don't want members of the armed forces in these locations. Eleanor Tabone has the story.
Richland County Sheriff's Department brings before us establishments that they are seeing a pattern of misconduct, crime, or other behaviors that would be detrimental to the good order and discipline of our military members.
Major John Farrell, Provost Marshal of the Fort Jackson Police, says at last week's Armed Forces Disciplinary Control Board meeting, the Richland County Sheriff's Department alerted Fort Jackson Police to some places in Columbia that see high incidents of crime.
If Richland County Sheriff's Department's leadership comes to us and recommends to Fort Jackson that we place an establishment off limits, then the commander is very likely going to heed that advice.
Here are both the permanent and temporarily off-limits lists to members of the armed forces. Here on the permanently off-limits list, you can see even apartment complexes are listed. Over here on the temporarily off-limits, Fort Jackson say they're on this list because of multiple shootings and incidents of violent crime.
We have 7 permanently off limits right now, and then we have 7 temporarily off limits right now that we are working through.
Major Farrell says this is Fort Jackson's way of protecting their members.
The mission of the Army is to fight and win the nation's wars. And to do that, we have to ensure that we have a fit, strong, and well cared for military.
If disobeyed,
be anything from a counseling where a service member sat down by their commander and said, hey, you violated this, all the way up to a court-martial.
Over the last few days, News 19 has reached out to several of the businesses on Fort Jackson's off-limits list. None has been willing to speak with us on camera or provide a statement in response to the news that they're on the list. As for Richland County Sheriff's Department, we've also reached out to them about the warnings they reportedly gave Fort Jackson about the businesses and have asked them to provide us information about the incidents of crime at those locations and their work to keep the larger community safe in the areas where the businesses are located. We'll provide that information once it's been made available to us. In Columbia, Eleanor Tabone, News 19 WLTX.
According to Fort Jackson Police, business owners who may have a business on that temporarily off-limits list can appeal to the Armed Forces Disciplinary Control Board at their next meeting. The date of that meeting is yet to be set.